Today's video is about graphing fractions on a number line. Last time we did decimals, and so this time we are doing fractions on a number line, which is pretty similar. So please start, hopefully you have your notes sheet out in front of you. Please start by writing down our learning target. Our learning target today is I can graph fractions on a number line. Then write down what you already know about writing fractions on a number line. Maybe you remember doing number lines from the decimals video last time, but you're not sure how fractions work on them. So you might write, I know how to put decimals on a number line, but I don't know how to do fractions. Or maybe you do know how to do fractions on a number line, and you can write, I do know how to write fractions on a number line, and this is what you do. Please also write down the date. And there's no vocabulary today, so pause the video here to make sure you get your learning target, date, and I know written down. Hopefully you're back from having written all of that down, and we can move on to our number lines notes. So here I have some number lines that I've put on your notes sheet, and we want to know how to look at these as if we were going to put a fraction on them. So when I am looking at a number line, the first thing I want to know is how many sections it is split into. I'm not counting how many dashes there are. That's not going to help me. I want to know how many sections there are. So I see here I have one section and I have a second section. So I would say that this number line, this is split into two sections. That means that this is halves, which means that my number on the bottom of my fraction is going to always be a 2. If it's split into two sections, that means that the number on my bottom of my fraction is going to be a 2. So if I was going to split this up and mark what each thing is, I know that at the end is 0. And then here I would have 1/2 and then 1 at the other end. Okay? Looking at my next number line, and maybe if you want, you can try to see if you can label it on your own. But here I have it split into 1, 2, 3 sections. That means that the number on the bottom of my fraction is always going to be a 3. Okay? So I have 0. Then I have 1/3, 2/3, and at the end I would have 3/3, but that's the same as 1 whole, so we would just write a 1 right there. We don't have to write 3/3. Okay? We can keep doing that. So see if you can do the next few on your own. Maybe pause the video and see if you can figure out how to split them up. And then restart the video and watch how I do it. So hopefully you've already labeled some of these. So I'm going to do it now. Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. That means that the bottom number of my fraction is always going to be something over a 4 because there are 4 sections. So I have 0, then I have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and 1 whole. Now this 2/4, if you remember how to simplify fractions, you might remember that 2/4, that's also the same as 1/2. And we can still simplify these things. So if you know how to simplify, feel free to do that, please. Okay? The next one is split into 5 sections, so everything will be over 5. So I'll have 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, and looking, I see that there is nothing that I need to simplify. I'm going to skip a couple here. I'm going to go down to this one right here. Let's see how many sections this one is. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sections. Okay? So that means that when I'm labeling, everything is a number over 10 unless I simplify it. So I have 1/10, 2/10. Well, I see I can simplify that to 1/5. 3/10, 4/10, which equals 2/5, 5/10, which equals 1/2, 6/10, which equals 3/5, 7/10, 8/10, which equals 4/5, and 9/10. If you're wondering how I simplified, don't worry about that too much. We're actually going to be doing that really, really soon. So if simplifying is something that you don't really remember very well right now, that's okay. Don't worry about it too much. Just worry about how we would split up numbers on a number line into fractions. Please let me know if you have any questions about this video, and have a great day.